Good morning, good morning. Who's gonna be on first? Oh, I'll go sleep. Yeah, you that side. No.
No, yeah, we're looking for them dates.
Good morning, Claire. How are you feeling, my lovely? Hope everybody's well. I hope Aaron had a drop of whiskey, lemon, and honey. Hot whiskey though. So you get a little bit of hot water, like a tablespoonful of hot water, and you put a drop of whiskey in it, dash of lemon, a spoon of honey, and hopefully that'll help his throat check. Oh, not in a good way this morning. In a little bit of pain again. You don't know what I've done though. I'm here, boss. You better be. Oh dear. So how is everybody this morning? Morning, Gillian, my lovely. How's things going with you and everyone today, love? Everything's going okay, my sweets. Brilliant night last night. That investigation, Hercules. Morning, Bronwyn, my lovely. Sending loads of love across the waters. The capture that John caught, that Hercules caught, of the whispering, and it actually said, was it there is a God?
There's a God.
There's a God. Morning, Anne, my lovely. We're all okay, thank you. We had a phone call this morning checking up on him and his whereabouts. You know, they're chuffs, aren't they? Don't they know he's at home in bed? But yeah, we did see on Facebook, a few of us saw a shadow. I think, Anne, you saw that shadow with me near the bear. I can now debunk that. That was actually John's shadow. It was just as he put his torch on and you could see it that way. Morning, Dawn. So we can debunk the shadow over the bear. One thing we can't debunk though is, I mean, it's phenomenal. We've just got to find the timestamp to it so we can show the bigger version of it when the whisper came through. But can I just borrow your phone a minute to play it? Morning, Gemma, my lovely. But yeah, so the shadow over the teddy bear, we can debunk that, guys. But that's okay because debunking things is good. I did see some movement behind one of the trees when John was at the altar, I think it was. I don't know whether the movement was behind that tree or whether it was further across. Morning, Dave. The whisper was awesome. I know. I'm going to try and play it on John's phone now if I can, just so you guys can hear what we caught. But like I said, we need to get the full clip of where it was. I've tried watching it this morning and I can't find right timestamp, but then I'm like, I'm trying to move through it fast. I know it was at the end part, and I know it was just before we ended the live, but I know it was in the, the last part of building, what's that called? Creators.
What?
That creators bit where Monk slept, or kitchen.
No, we're chapter
house. Chapter house. We was in the chapter house. I know we were in that part when Yolanda said she heard the whisper. I can't remember if anybody on Facebook said they heard it. Sorry, I missed you. No worries, Dawn, my lovely lady. But a few, and then Hercules sent me the recording. Now this one is put it up 20 decibels.
Yeah, the other one below. It is, you can hear it in background.
Right. So this is the one that you can hear. I'll play the first one first. It's 6 seconds.
Oh, you're turning volume of the phone up now.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear that?
Which one did you play?
I've played the bottom one first.
No, that's the unenhanced.
Yeah, that's the unenhanced one, but that's what I'm asking him. Can they hear that noise? Can you hear where's my speaker on here, love? Is it at bottom or top?
Bottom.
Right, guys, listen. See, and just put yeah or no if you could hear it. Could you hear that? A small whisper. So Hercules enhanced the voice, and this is what we got. Can you hear that? When it was enhanced. Did you hear that one? So we've got the first part here of where it was in the background, and that's been enhanced by 20 decimals. So yeah, the volume's boosted 20 decibels. So yeah, when it was enhanced, yes, we didn't hear it, but a few people, it sounds like, I mean, Anne says, she thinks it says let go. For us, we hear it's a God, there's a God. When we put it online, you'll be able to listen to it more clearly, and you'll hear it for yourself. But that place, I'm telling you now, is absolutely awesome. The energies that me, John, and Claire can connect to in that place. Don't got let go. I got no worries. Again, no, you can hear it. There's a God even from here. Let me play it here again.
The 6-second one.
The top one. Right. Listen out, guys, because I'm going to play it again. See, I can understand why people say let's go. I can actually hear that as well. But that's because I'm listening to, you're listening to what's being said. So the best thing to do with this, I mean, it's not even an EVP. This is an audio. John's going to put it on a speaker for us. It's a voice capture. It's not an EVP.
We didn't hear it in moment.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it was over the mic of the film, weren't it? It weren't caught on an EVP recorder. Yeah.
It was caught on an EVP recorder. The camera's an EVP recorder.
Well, it is, but you know, it was an audible one, is what I'm saying. People heard it in moment.
Yeah, over the device.
Oh, I didn't think there were devices on.
Moment, then somebody voice.
Oh, get ya. I thought it said Isabel first. John's going to try and put it on speaker to see if you guys can hear it. Husband listened, and there's a God. That's what we heard. But just because we said this is what it's this, that's what our ears were hearing. Other ears are going to hear different things. We don't hope. Do you know, it was funny because last night we were talking and Yolanda was saying, we sit in our room when John's live. Yolanda sits on the tea and I sit in my chair. And Yolanda will say, it's so fascinating. I'll put something in chat. She puts something in. And it sounds the same, but it's not the same. Or it's completely different. And I said to Rob and Yolanda last night, but when you think about it, do you know our voices are phonic sounds. We put in the words into a phonic sound that we've got. We're making the words up. The words aren't, it's not like we can come out. Do you know what I mean? We learn from others. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that. I just think it's an interesting thought that we're phonetic sounds. Hey, Dawn. Right, so John's put it on speaker. I can actually hear two, like a female underneath.
Right.
So what do you think now we've got it on speaker? Play it here again one more time. With that, I'm getting to Monk there with brown hoods, up being a medium. They weren't brown hoods. The monks of the abbey weren't brown monks at all, my sweets. But Anne still thinks it says let go. But I suppose again, it's what we all hear. I mean, we hear what I said first, and Anne, you hear that, and so does Dawn, she heard same as you. So it's just an interesting thing. Our ears pick up different sounds and that. But yeah, I think it's a very capture for where we are. It's phenomenal. But again, that place never lets us down. Thank you, Dawn, for sharing, my lovely. That place never lets us down. And that creepy feeling that you get when you're on that altar part. Honestly, morning, Heather, my sweets. Me and Claire, when we went with John, we felt very uncomfortable when we stood on that mound, didn't we? And it felt like, for us, it felt like things were watching but closing in. And we had to move out of the area because it was just, hi, I just caught the voice. Morning, yo-yo. But yeah, it's brilliant that we picked it. It is. I mean, Urquibus has really got ears. Soldier really captures some good, incredible evidence. We've got quite a few of you in chat that capture these things, because for me, they're listening for the unextraordinary, if that makes sense. It's a shame you can't slow it down. It's a shame you can't slow it down to listen to it. We might be able to. We might be able to try and slow it down. Gillian, I don't know. John might have to see if he can. He can't do it on phone. He'll have to do it on laptop. Just bear with me a minute, guys. I've lost my bobble, and I'm getting a bit hot. It's getting hot in here. Let's take off all our clothes.
No, it's not.
I've lost my bobble. Did you see a young boy around 6 in there? Dawn, we picked up an energy when we were at the altar the last time me, John and Claire went, where that tree is. John picked up, and also a few in chat, on a little boy or a child around the tree. And John felt like, and so did a few others, felt like his energy was trying to, it was like watching us and standing back. So we don't know. I mean, there were a bit more evidence. Stephen kept coming out last night where the boy was concerned. Now, there is a Thomas that's related there, and also a Mary. I think Thomas, from what I can remember what Cliff put in, and I might be wrong, I might have to go back and have a look, but Thomas was married to Mary, and I don't know whether they had a child or not, and Stephen would have been their child. But yeah, there's so much more to come from there, and I'm just so glad that we're privileged to have the interaction that we do, because something was around there last night. Yeah, definitely were. And I felt a child's energy around there last night. Correct, John saw the young boy and he was wearing shoes. That's right, Claire, he did. So yeah, I mean, it's phenomenal, isn't it, when you look back on what we've caught and what we've felt when we've been there. It's really, I'm just feeling the boy while you're playing it. No worries, my sweet lady. But yeah, it's just so incredible. Where that was caught, that wasn't caught where we saw where the child's energy was that we saw. The child's energy that we felt was more at the altar. And where we was, where that clip was taken from, it was in the kitchen area. It would have been in the kitchen area. So yeah. Whether you don't know, the boy could have worked in the kitchens. His energy could travel from there to there. But it's just, for me, it's just absolutely. It's just more proof. It's just, to me, there's just more proof. Oop, YouTube have just notified me that you were live. YouTube are right on the button. But yeah, it's just phenomenal, really is. Tomorrow night we're going to be live at well, we've got to get to the place for around 5:30, 4:45, because we have to, the gentleman lock shop, and then we're in. I think he slowed this EVP down, guys. Oh, you can only slow it by half. So get your ears listening. I'll play it a few times. Okay. There you go. That's it, slowed down a little bit. Yeah, I still hear what I heard the first time round. It's a god. I thought it said there's a god, but God's definitely there's a god is what I hear. But do you know, Dawn, it really does help with the evidence and the collection of evidence that we've got. Because the area we go, they're all linked together, sort of thing. So the mills, the abbey, the woods themselves, they've all got, I get it's your God. Thank you, Dawn. Now it's slowed down, whether some of you can hear, well, you might still hear the same, you still might hear let it go. Excuse me, you still might hear let it go, but like I said, we all hear different things, and that's what's good about the paranormal, because we're not all meant to hear or see the same things. But yeah, Yolanda, go on then. What's your thoughts on me saying last night with our voices are phonetics? Yeah. I got my teeth stuck then.
And you said it was phonics as well.
Yeah, phonic sounds. Yeah. That's it, not phonetics. Phonic sounds. Switch to headphones. Cheers, Dawn, my lovely. But yeah, I do believe that our voices are phonic sounds, and I believe that we're the ones that change the sound that comes out of our mouth into words. But that's just my personal opinion. Right, so I'm just going to start with the 13th of August. It is Friday, the 13th of August today. I'm not sure what this day would have been, but we may find out. But the history today is the 13th of August. Most of the foreign diplomats fled the city when they heard the news. Today, in 1920, the Soviet Red Army captured a key town on the outskirts of Warsaw. It was clear that this was the start of an all-out assault. The Battle of Warsaw that followed was one of the most important battles of the 20th century. Having gained the upper hand in Russia's civil war, Vladimir Lenin had looked outwards, seeing Poland as a corridor through which communism, Bolshevism, as the new phenomenon was often known, could be brought into first Central and then Western Europe. The shortest route to Berlin and then to Paris, Russian Bolsheviks declared, lay through Warsaw. Almost all observers feared they were right. Capture of the Polish capital seeming to prelude to the Soviet support for revolution undefeated. Chaotic Germany, when earlier that summer the Soviet army invaded Poland, Polish forces had fallen back into disarray. As Polish supply lines shortened through the Russian ones grew longer, desperation bred fierce resistance for the country of Poland. This was a bid to ensure its survival soon after its rebirth in the wake of the First World War, after more than a century of partitions by foreign empires. Plans were made to attack the Red Army from the south and from the north, encircling it, then coming in at the rear as it assaulted the Polish capital. But generals and political leaders realised it was a huge gamble, that if Warsaw fell under what would be lost, many doubted Polish forces could regroup after their chaotic retreat, but saw little alternative. As it happened, Polish plans worked better than could have been hoped, as the Soviets, struggling with communication while their codes had been broken, suffered a complete collapse, defeated again as they fell back, and negotiated peace was agreed, and the very real spectre of a communist takeover of Europe receded. So that's what happened on this day. Regardless of the difference in what we hear that it says, there's definitely a voice which is there. Awesome capture. But yeah, do you know, I just love. We are putting a compilation together of all the different catches that we've caught. Whether we go back to when we first started, which means John looking through some video evidence, but I think some of it you can do, can't you? It's just going to take a while, but we are looking at putting a video compilation up of some of his catches, because it's just, we try, we do try and debunk when we're there in the moment. If something's picked up and it's said to John, we saw a shadow over there, John will try and reenact what he's doing so we can work out whether it's his shadow or when we like watch the live back like we have done with the teddy. There was I saw the shadow near the teddy bear last night, and I commented and I put shadow, and it was so interesting. So poor Poland got out of a drubbing opera shot in 1920 plus the German army in the Second World War. Yeah, they did. On break, great, you're on. Love you, Penny. Hope you're not working too hard, or they've not got you working too hard, my lovely. But yeah, we had some great captures last night, Penny. Again, it's just phenomenal. I think the evidence that's coming out. I think that I've always said it, and I'll stand by what me and John said from the start. The energies need to trust you. Could I have a black coffee, please, Rob? The energies need to trust you. So for me, because of how we've been and how we work towards the energies, because it's done in a respectful way, we're not shouting, we're not screaming, we're not being disrespectful to the properties or to anything. We go back and we take flowers, we plant seeds, we do all little bits to just, not on camera, that's off camera, because that's just something me and John do. And we don't need to do that on camera, if you know what I mean. Do you know? Good morning, Tracy. Working on homes this week. So, oh, that's brilliant, Dawn. So for us, that energy is sort of like we're paying back. But it's just phenomenal. I know people talk about other teams and stuff, but to me, I don't see why. What I don't understand is the captures that we've caught. For me, why would people want to go out and make things up? Because when they catch something, they're just going to get laughed at, because they're not going to be taken seriously on what they've captured, because they've changed their investigations. And I don't understand. If these people are genuinely into the paranormal, why go out and make it? But then again, it could be they like the entertainment, they want to entertain people, and I suppose there's a big difference between the entertainment side and the paranormal side that me and John do. And not just me and John, there's loads of teams that out there that do really want to find that proof. But for us, it's debunking in the moment. It's like we're flashy balls. You guys know my voices can be very loud at times. There's been times we've been in a room and it's echoed and we've had a flash on ball, and then I might say something again and I notice that the ball's flashing. So then I have to say to everybody, right, shut up and just let me see whether my voice is going to set this off. So we can debunk my voice, because my voice is booming, as you guys know. So because their main focus is on the numbers of their audience. Probably, Claire, it probably is, Doug. Do you know what I mean? But some people do see themselves as a film producer. You know, technically they're filming and they're giving the entertainment. So to me, do you know what I mean? It's just it's good, it's interesting, but there's two different sides to the paranormal and the entertainment value of paranormal. Do you know what I mean? It just makes a vast difference for me. And like you said, it's the credibility as well that comes with people. I know so many people that have lost credibility, and not just big teams, little teams as well, that have lost credibility because they've gone down the route of faking evidence or not debunking something in the moment and claiming it to be paranormal. So it's more the debunk and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'm much more for the truth. I think there's a lot of people out there that are out there for the truth. For me personally, and for John, it is about finding truth. And like I say, the debunking's done. If you guys pick anything up, you're our investigators when we're out. You're part of the team as much as what me and John and Claire are. When we're out, you guys are what we need. Used to wonder. See, Most Haunted again, Gemma. It's a TV program. So because it's a TV program, something's got to happen. if they put me and John on TV, or it's not me and John, but they put how we investigate on TV, they would have nobody watching it. They would, the show would be a drop. Whereas though with Go Up Most Haunted, Zach Baggins, a few others, the amazing thing is with them is they fake so much because they have to. It's not that they faked it, but they have to because it's a TV production. Thank you. It's a TV show, so it's got to be interesting. It's got to keep the viewers hanging on. That's why when it comes to an ad break, they leave you hanging, so you've got to come back and watch to see what happens. But that's because they need the viewers in and everything else. But they're paid to act. They're paid to act if you think about it. But it is just good entertainment. But for people that do it properly, that balance of, do you know, and you really do come up against it when you're paranormal, because there's been that many TV programs, there's been that many people out there that have been caught for faking or for saying they're a medium and they're not a medium, and these are famous people that everybody will have heard of. Some of them are people that are YouTubers, Facebookers, whatever, TikTok even, but because there's that many charlatans, when people are doing it for real, they get drawn into that charlatan line, which to me, I think it's same with anything, but unfortunately everybody gets tarred with the same brush. But I'm reading what you're saying, Yolanda. You're saving me typing it. It is an insult. It is an insult word, but it's an insult if they're saying that it's real. If they're saying it's entertainment, then it's not an insult really, because it's classed as entertainment. Do you get what I mean, Yo-Yo? But it's but yeah, it's but all in all, I can only speak for me and John. I can't speak for anybody else out there. We work the way we do because it's the way we are comfortable working. The respect we've got for you guys watching, the respect should say it's for entertainment, but exactly. Well, do you know, I absolutely love this kid. I think he's absolute. The videos that he puts out are amazing. You have got Exploring with Danny, and I don't know if anybody's heard about him. I'm sure you all will have done if you're on YouTube, but Exploring with Danny, he is absolutely fantastic. And Danny went down the route of a mock paranormal. So there were nuns walking about as ghosts. There were things chasing them. They tried to do something good and it backfired on them, unfortunately. But I knew what the intention Danny had got behind that, because it was to bring awareness to suicide, not to the way that it all went off on him. But you watch Danny, and Danny says so many times on his live, it's entertainment. People want to believe it, so people will believe it. And you'll hear people, especially not from out at UK, and you'll see them on chat and they're going, oh my God, Danny, stay safe. And they believe in what they're watching, because their entertainment or their way of life, their belief system is that people can look like zombies can come back to life in their. So when they're seeing these people dressed up as nuns, they're not realizing that that's fake. But Danny always puts on his channel entertainment purposes only. Now, if he's doing a proper investigation, it will say he's doing we're going to do a paranormal investigation. He does a lot of exploring in caves. He does a lot more. He's not just about the paranormal, Danny. He's a wide variety of stuff, and but he's honest with what he does. He doesn't say to anybody it's paranormal. He says it as it is, which is one thing that I do like about Danny. But when Danny come onto the scene, so many other people, because Danny started getting the views and getting the followers, and don't get me wrong, people do buy the followers because they want to get to certain numbers and stuff like that, and you can see if they've done it because there's a way there's things you can go on, but that's beside the point. But Danny's numbers were coming in, and oh, can't wait, Dave. Danny's numbers were coming in, and I think a lot of people, a lot of big paranormal teams and some little paranormal teams who found themselves that there was, I don't know whether they were stuck and were looking for new ideas, started to incorporate a bit of what Danny were doing. So they started dressing up, or they started doing more of they go out on an investigation, but it turned into a mock investigation. And from that moment then, and I feel sorry, I don't feel sorry for them, I feel really sad, because some of these people were really respected in the paranormal community, and now they just looked at as a joke, and they don't even, people aren't asking them questions or getting in touch for advice, because these are people that paranormal investigate would have gone to, but because of the change and because it became about the views and about the numbers, they lost the footing, they lost the path, and it's really sad that, because they were just so they were really good when they first started, and it's just such a shame to see that they've forgotten who they are, if that makes sense. It's really sad, to be fair, because they were really good in the field at one time, but the thing is, it's same with anything. You're only on top for so long before because it's your own personal mistakes that knock you off the top. It's not through anybody else's mistakes. It's through your own personal mistakes. And it's like we say in hairdressing. Hairdressers.
My favourite one that's entertainment is Erwin.
Erwin Saunders, he's good. If anybody's not watched Erwin Saunders, he's morning Sheryl, my lovely. Just got back from a house visit in Sheffield. Oh wow. Erwin Saunders, it's an elderly gentleman, and he walks out and he captures, is it gnomes? Well, not gnomes, it's imps.
Yeah,
imps and pixies. He goes in woodland and he captures these pixies. Now they are fantastic, like animated. He will not say the animated. But you know what? I watch him, but I like to believe that's real, if you know what I mean. But that's my choice to believe that's real. Same as it's anybody's choice watching whoever they do with paranormal. But for me, it's a magical thing that I wish that we could see the pixies and the stuff like that. It's more of that wish. I wish we could see him just building houses or shooting stuff at us, and it's just fantastic. But you need to watch him moving pics. But yeah, you gotta give him a watch when he comes on, because he's really interesting, that bloke. But I think he's a filmmaker, or his cameraman's a filmmaker, isn't he? So they've got history of filming, but it's just fantastic to watch. It's just great entertainment. But yeah, and like I said, me and John will stick to our in 5 years' time, you'll be able to look back at what we've posted and where we started, and we'll still be doing exactly the same thing. Is there a link to him? I'll get John to post it on Page Neater. I don't know if he can post it in chat here, but I'll try and get John to post a link. But yeah, but in 5 years' time, you'll come back. Whoever's done watches now, Nita's on Facebook.
Just give this guy a look. He's on YouTube, but he's absolutely amazing.
Who's that? Is that him?
Yeah.
I think he's going to try and be live again too. What do you mean be live again too, Dave? I know you're going live this afternoon. I'm the same with Harry Potter. I wish that world was real. I do. I wish Harry Potter world were real. Harry Potter is real, Claire. Come on. You're a great position to love your job. You are, my lovely. Did he not film Fairy at the bottom of the garden? He might have done, Dawn. I don't know. He might have done.
That's his channel.
Have you put it in? Oh, this is his. John's put it in now. I don't know whether you can click them links, but John's put it into Facebook.
On YouTube.
Burton Hulk's Boat Graveyard. If HP World was real, I'd live there. I would, Tracy. Well, which character would you be if you were in Harry Potter? Which character would you be?
Me, I'd be Snape.
I thought you'd be snaked. Snaked.
I'm not having Snape.
You're going to be snaked. I haven't got snaked on mind. But yeah, John would be Snape. So who would your characters be?
Get on YouTube.
I love fairies. I love anything to do with fairies. Luna, love God. I like Luna. I think Luna's one of my favourites. Scabbers.
Or I'd be
Hagrid.
No.
Sirius Black. Yeah.
How come all the characters I picked die off?
Put Hermione because she's intelligent and stubborn. She definitely was. I don't know. I'd like to have a mixture of all characters. I'd like to be intelligent. But I like Luna. Luna Loveridge. Yeah. I think, Tracy, I'd go with you for Moaning Myrtle. Excuse me. Moaning Myrtle. I'm not Moaning Myrtle. He's a rating, isn't he? I'm gonna slap him. McGonagall. Oh, McGonagall. What's your teacher, McGonagall? I have a fairy garden with water and wheel and water. Oh, don't. You have to send us a picture on Facebook if you can. Send it to me messenger.
Lindsay's full name is Moaning Myrtle Morgan Muffle.
Moaning Myrtle. Moaning Myrtle Morgan Muffle. Oh, imagine living down a loo. No, I would love to be intelligent. I'm halfway there as I am stubborn. Me and you both, Sarah. Me and you both. But yeah, it's Lindsay. You could be Professor Sprout. No, I'll be that psychic one that goes. The mind goes blank. What's that one? She were a teacher, weren't she? She taught crystal balls and stuff. I can't remember what you called her. I've been trying to think of the character Maggie Smith played. I liked her. I don't know. Linda Lovelace. Lols. The fat lady. Oh, the fat lady in the painting, the sorting out. Oh my God. Ginny. Yeah, Ginny's another good character. She was. See, Ginny and Lorna Lovegood didn't really come out of it, did they? Till more towards the end one. And I wish their characters would have been a little bit more.
McGonagall.
Professor McGonagall, that's it. Maggie Smith played Professor McGonagall. I've never watched Harry Potter. Oh, Dawn, you don't know what you're missing. It is brilliant. Nobody said Dumbledore. Nobody said Voldemort, the man that can't be named. Voldemort. Ron's mom, exactly. Oops, I'm talking shite. What's everyone else talking about? You're not Lorna, my lovely. You're not talking shite. Watch it, it's brilliant. It is, it's absolutely brilliant. The first one seems a little bit childish now. That when you watch Philosopher's Stone, you think, oh my God, it's a proper kids film. But when you get past the first one and you get onto the second one and it gets more in depth, Dobby, yeah.
I think I'm Dobby.
How so? I'm not giving you a sock.
You're
red hair. Long blonde hair. Oh.
It's Dad.
I know. Lucius.
Yeah.
Lucius. Malfoy. Lucius Malfoy. But yeah, Bellatrix Lestrange. I like Bellatrix as well. That's why I'd like to be a mixture. It is Harry Potter. Yeah, it is Harry Potter characters. So it was general. No. Dave Mason, have you ever seen that ship in the middle of a field on the way to Prestatyn in North Wales? I can say no. I love Lord of the Rings as well, though. I love all them kind of films. I love Hobbit. I've not read the book to Hobbit, though, I don't think. I've read all the books to Harry Potter, and believe me, the books are so much better than the movies. So if you get a chance to read the books first, read the books first because it goes more into character. but all the characters in the films match up to the characters in the books. It's phenomenal. No, I've heard about it though. No, Claire, she killed Dobby. She did kill Dobby, didn't she? But yeah, so I'm not sure what's happening tonight. I don't know if I'm going to be live at 3 o'clock UK time. Laughing witch, yeah. I'll be laughing witch. 3 o'clock UK time. I am live on TikTok. I will post the link on Facebook and YouTube. I only posted it on Facebook, I think, yesterday. So I'll post the link on Facebook and YouTube for those who want to pop in and join me. But it will be around 3 o'clock-ish that I go live on TikTok. Like I said, I don't know if John's out tonight or whether he's going to do something on members. Just because tomorrow night we've got that... we've got a big night tomorrow because we're going to be there from 6 o'clock onwards, and Kenny's going to be joining us. I don't know if Kenny's joining us around 8 o'clock mark, 8:30 or 9 o'clock. Not sure. I've got to get in touch with Kenny. But yeah, John needs to at least get some rest because we've not had much sleep. I'm not very good with my bike, so tomorrow when we go, I don't know how much I'm going to be on camera. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some tarot cards with me, and at some point through night we'll take a break from, and I might do some tarot readings while we're in there, just so I'm giving something towards the investigation, because I don't think I'm going to get up. I think I'll get up the first flight of stairs, and then I think I'm going to be stuck on that bottom level. I'm taking a water bottle with me, and I'll be taking my tablets. So if I need to sleep, there's a little settee that I can rest on. So yeah. So we shall see how we go. I'll be watching. We're gutted you can't be there, but we have got the fifth coming up. We've got the 5th coming up, Claire, so I'll message you in a bit and sort that out for you and Ange, because we have got the 5th of September coming up, which is, where are we on 5th of September? We're at the Four Crosses Hotel out in Birmingham, and there is a connection to Cannock Chase, the Black-Eyed Children. The last time we went there, in the cellar, there was a wooden, big, massive Ouija board. I don't know whether it's been smashed up and took out of the pub or whether it's still down there. It's not a massive pub, but there is only going to be 10 of us going, or either 9 or 10. We've got it from 6 while 12, so we might go live round about 7 and go 7 till 12 maybe, so we can do a walk round first, a proper walk round before we start. But it should be a good, and I'm not sure whether John's got another investigation with Kenny before the 5th. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to get in touch with Lydia, or I'll ask Kenny on Saturday, because I'm sure you've got another one coming up end of August with Kenny. So yeah. So anyway, coconuts. I love walking around grave. I do. The blood of Jesus Christ saves sinners. Do you think, Fred? Is that your belief, Fred? That do you think the blood of Christ saves sinners? I respect your belief if you do, but I'm just curious whether it's something that's what you believe in, Fred. And what do you class as a sinner? What would you class as a sinner? Somebody that don't believe in your God, or somebody that does wrong? If you're gonna put if you put something in like that, the blood of Jesus Christ saves sinners, you need to give me a little bit more on why you think that way, who you think sinners are. Is it, like I said, is it because we don't believe in your God? Is it because we do paranormal and want to communicate with people crossed over? It's a bit Fred, it's a little bit shit, that comment, Duck. Vague, not shit. It's a little bit vague. But yeah, seen Black-Eyed Children. I hope that we get something. Rom 3:23, for all I've sinned and come short of glory of God. Unfortunately, Fred, I don't believe in one God. I believe in many gods. But each to their own, my lovely, each to their own. So, on that note, take care, everyone. Got an appointment with the ironing board. Yes, I've got an appointment with napping. I'm going to get this hot water bottle back on my bike and hopefully tablets, and I shall get sorted for tomorrow. So anyway, guys, take care. Have a great afternoon, a great evening, and love to you all. Mwah. And we shall see you later on TikTok. The only God in my life is called Boris. That's nice that Fred has his belief. It is, Yolanda, it is, isn't it? We all worship a different God, but the same God. Do you know? Yes. Have a good day, everybody, and take care. Love you loads, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye.